What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we have some awesome battles submitted to the channel by a fellow content creator in the community, PurpleKyogre. So I'll have a link down to his channel down in the description. If you guys don't know about PurpleKyogre yet, you guys should go check him out. Amazing battler, and today he hits Legend with Kingdra, Abomasnow, and Alolan Sandslash in the Ultra League Weather Cup. The Ultra League Weather Cup is available for a little bit longer, so if you happen to have these Pokemon ready to go, definitely give this team a try. Alright, getting into the first battle, we have Kingdra on the lead versus Credilli. Okay, so kind of an interesting neutral matchup right here, but we do see a swap out actually right away into Alolan Sandslash. Now, the Sandslash here is going to be doing quite a bit of super effective damage with Ice Punch, and they don't necessarily have to worry about the Stone Edge coming out from the Credilli, but what's interesting to note is that the opponent is not swapping out, which means they might be even weaker in the back to something like Alolan Sandslash, which also means Abomasnow could do very, very well. So they're going to go ahead, and we do see a swap into Lantern trying to catch that charge move, but ultimately having access to Bulldoze is fantastic for coverage. We talked about before that Bulldoze isn't the greatest ground type move. Earth Power, Drill Run, and Earthquake are by far much better in terms of damage to energy, but Bulldoze still has that coverage typing, especially in a matchup just as this. Thunderbolt, though, not enough to KO, as Alolan Sandslash is able to hang on and get this second Bulldoze off. This is so much needed chip damage against the Lantern, and now Abomasnow can easily look to come in and load up on energy. Again, might just be core breaking that backline. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like a Jellicent back there, which wouldn't necessarily want to swap right away into an Alolan Sandslash because of the Shadow Claw damage that it can put out, which means Abomasnow could also do very well at core breaking this team. Credilli lead, Jellicent in the back. Obviously, Abomasnow with 2-to-1 shields is going to be very strong. And sure enough, they bring in another Credilli, or they bring back in the Credilli, I should say, because this has got to be a hard tell that they are weak in the back to Abomasnow. So we will see PurpleKyogre invest those shields here, and now going for a Weather Ball to try to force that final shield or take out the Credilli. And Abomasnow is looking to sweep this game, as it does get a shield. They are so weak in the back, it has to be a Jellicent or another water type Pokemon back there. Let's see what it's going to be as they stop the second Stone Edge, and it's actually going to be a Kingdra back there. It makes a lot of sense. So it wasn't Jellicent like I was predicting, but Kingdra makes a lot of sense. Having that steel typing on Alolan Sandslash means that Kingdra can't come in, but now they can swap into the mirror fight and lock it down. So that is going to be a good game, very well played, as the opponent decides to surrender. This is what I love about Go Battle League, is based on what happens in the first 30 seconds of the game, you can really chess out what is going on with your opponent's team. As we see a swap out now into Regice. So Kingdra still does well in this matchup. I know we're used to Registeel being a dominant, or it's Regice, but whatever, Registeel, but Dragon Breath does neutral here because it's pure ice typing on the Regice for all the YouTube comments out there. And Outrage now is going to put a lot of pressure, and they decide to undercharge. Very interesting, not going for the full damage because they want to try to commit to the farm down here with Dragon Breath, but they are forced to shield, which is pretty unfortunate here because if the Outrage did excellent, I think it might have been enough to KO. But they will be able to farm down. We'll have to see if Swampert decides to come back in and what that final Pokemon could be. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Kyurem in the back based on the ice right here, or it's going to be Sandslash. So this is a good opportunity to go for Octazooka and potentially swap out into the mirror if they want to. Let's see what they're going to do. No, they're going to go ahead and stay in. They didn't get the debuff, unfortunately, right there. If they did, I didn't see the text. But that's okay, as Ice Punch now not going to be enough to KO the Kingdra, but they will get farmed down. And now remember, they have Abomasnow for Swampert. They just need to be very careful about the potential Sludge Wave on Swampert, which could be very, very deadly at one-shotting Abomasnow. So this is a tough situation. They're going to go ahead and no-shield the Bulldoze here. It does do super effective damage, but not enough to KO, as we will now see a swap into Swampert, and here comes the Abomasnow to try to lock it down. This is, again, all going to come down to what charge move they have. This was a bit quick, though. I think this is just going to be Hydro Cannon. Yeah, it is just Hydro Cannon, so they can easily no-shield right there. If you're on the Swampert side, you always want to be building up to the potential, the fear of a Sludge Wave, because then you might just force out that final shield from the opponent. But Weather Balls right here are going to put so much damage on, and yeah, the Swampert's not, it has Earthquake. It's not even attempting to fake a Sludge Wave, which makes this such an easy game to come back from or to dominate if you are PurpleKyogre right here, because you don't need to shield. Again, it's the threat, it's the potential of a Sludge Wave as they decide to let it go. And now Abomasnow is going to be unleashing Weather Balls here. Even though this is heavily resisted, that chip damage is going to add up, especially with their own Sandslash in the back, having access to Shadow Claw as the fast move to basically take it out. So they're going to go ahead and no-shield this Ice Punch. It is enough to KO Abomasnow. Sandslash now coming in, going to look to go for Ice Punches, and this has got to be your best bet here, because you want to try to get shields with the Ice Punch. The opponent no-shielded! Oh, this is a dangerous game. They're going to have to full Shadow Claw down. They're going to have to give up a shield as well right here. So this is going to be a very close one. The opponent might just get to another Ice Punch. No, they don't. Able to take it out, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Alright, moving into the next one. We have Kingdra on the lead versus Kingdra. Now again, going back to that last one, had the Swampert shown or put the fear of Sludge Wave into Abomasnow, they could have potentially won there with a Bulldoze on Alolan Sandslash in the mirror. But we have a Kingdra mirror fight, and we see double Outrage right here coming through. PurpleKyogre actually able to win CMP tie, and boom, down goes the Kingdra. Beautiful. What is going to be in the back? It's going to be Kyurem in the back. So they actually have really good Pokemon now to handle it, as they both have Alolan Sandslash, which is a bit more defensive because of the steel typing, and they also have Abomasnow. So they're going to go ahead and come in with the Sandslash right here. It can resist the Dragon Claw, it can resist the Glaciate. So Sandslash looking very, very strong in this meta, as we do see a counter swap into Jellicent and a counter swap back into Abomasnow, and this is looking to be a good game. Even if Abomasnow loses this mid-game matchup, having multiple Shadow Balls land, the Sandslash can come through and farm down with Shadow Claw, and that's why that legacy move on there on Sandslash with Shadow Claw is so dang good. All it really needs to be able to dominate, to really rise up from being a spice pick and used only in niche metas such as this, is if Bulldoze was different, or it got access to different coverage moves potentially. So we're going to go ahead and see a shield be given up on the Energy Ball and a shield be given up on the Surf Shield Bait right there. So now it's going to be a race to the next charge move, hopefully. That's tough. They're going to go ahead and shield. They want to maintain switch advantage because of how good Sandslash can do against the Kyurem. And we do see a counter swap back into Kyurem and Sandslash right here. So they're going to go ahead and just load up on energy. Now I imagine this is going to be Glaciate to try to lower the attack, or it's going to lower the attack of Sandslash. They're going to have to throw the Ice Punches here to just do as much damage as they can and get this Kyurem out of there. And hopefully that energy on Abomasnow is somewhat near Energy Ball. I believe it is. He might be 1 or 2 Powder Snows away, because now Jellicent is in a very good position where if they can time this correctly because of the debuffs, if they can throw a Shadow Ball but be 1 hex away from another Shadow Ball on the back end, then the Jellicent can win this game. But again, it comes down to how close Abomasnow is to the Energy Ball. Or maybe even Weather Ball might be able to take it on the back end. They counter swap and go for the Weather Ball. That's beautiful. PurpleKyogre, well done. Knowing that you need to land that Weather Ball damage. And that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Great counter swap right there at the end to dominate the victory. Alright, moving to the next one. We have Kingdra on the lead versus Lantern. So, pretty good neutral matchup here, especially because of the Dragon Breath damage. But don't count Lantern out, because it is that water typing on Kingdra. The Thunderbolts are going to add up, and we will see them spam pretty quickly because this is a Spark Lantern. So they're going to go ahead and shield. It is going to be Thunderbolt, and now Kingdra needs to put the pressure back on, and they're going to go ahead and they're looking to go for Octazooka here. No, they're going to go ahead and go for the Outrage. I think this is a good call. You want to get that even shields if you can, or just if you land the Outrage, that's an incredible amount of damage, as you can easily tank another Thunderbolt right here. You maintain you take lead, right? And you have good amount of energy on the back end right here for whatever comes in to potentially apply Octazooka debuff. Definitely apply the Octazooka debuff and do super effective damage. But the tough thing is this is a Blaziken. This is a Blaziken with, well, now 1 shield, as they are going to get farmed down. And this is going to be very tough to come back from. My goodness, Abomasnow. And they counter swap into Sudowoodo, so Sandslash comes in, and this is such a tough situation. How I don't see him winning. Blaziken with double Blaze Kick is going to take this game. Rock Slide as well. Does a good amount of neutral damage. They got to go for the Bulldoze here, but I think there's no coming back from this game. I'm going to be fully honest right here as Bulldoze gets the final shield. I don't see how he wins. I don't see it. Abomasnow has to go for Energy Ball. They also have to no-shield the Rock Slide because it's going to be the least hard-hitting move, but it still does so much super effective damage. Yeah, they're gone. This is going to be a good game. Unfortunately, Abomasnow and Sandslash share that common typing of very weak to counter and very weak to fighter, and Blaziken and Sudowoodo obviously core break that right there, so that's going to be a good game. All right, moving into the next one, we have Kingdra on the lead versus Shadow Abomasnow. We'll have to see if this Powder Snow or Razor Leaf. Most likely Powder Snow. Yeah, it is going to be Powder Snow right there. But this is an interesting neutral matchup because of the damage that Dragon Breath is doing here. But they also have to watch out for Energy Ball. Weather Ball as well as neutral. But that Energy Ball, like we see it land, oh, it just does so much damage. And now they're going to go ahead and go for Outrage, looking to get themselves an advantage in some way. And then they could come in with Sandslash and load up on energy, especially since they got a shield, which is exactly what they're doing. Now we have a Swampert counter swap in right here, so they need to try to put down some chip damage before the Swampert can land that Earthquake, and we'll have to see if PurpleKyogre is going to decide to invest one of the 2 shields that he has remaining into this potential Earthquake. He's going to call the bait, he's going to say no, you're not throwing it, and it is going to be the Hydro Cannon. That's a huge call right there, allowing Sandslash not only to have to use a resource, but getting another Ice Punch off, which is now going to put Swampert in a position to be farmed down by Abomasnow. And if there is not a hard counter in the back, if there's no Blaziken in the back, Abomasnow is going to do very, very well. So we're going to go ahead and see it get farmed down. Abomasnow now. No, they're coming in with Kingdra instead to Dragon Breath down and force that final energy here from Swampert, which really gives Abomasnow the potential to win this game with a 2-to-1 shield advantage and a little bit of energy here. And they are weak in the back to Abomasnow because they're coming into the mirror right here. So we're going to see a no shield on the Weather Ball. Does a decent amount of damage, but ultimately this Abomasnow for PurpleKyogre is in a huge position to sweep. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like Jellicent, Kingdra, or Lantern in the back based on the formation that we've seen so far. Abomasnow and Swampert, they need to have a good safe swap water that can do well. So my guess is going to be Kingdra or Jellicent. I could be wrong, but let's see what it's going to be because clearly they are weak in the back. Weather Ball here should be enough damage to just barely take out the Abomasnow, and it is the Jellicent. So as you see, the Abomasnow Swampert core is very strong. But when you have a safe swap water, it needs to do well against grass type Pokemon, which is why we see the Jellicent. Another great water type Pokemon for safe swap in this meta and just in the Ultra League in general is that Kingdra, because it adds on that dragon typing, so you only take neutral from grass. So we're going to see that, neutral from grass and neutral from ice. But we will see another Shadow Ball land. No! I'm talking so much about how well that team was read, and Jellicent just swept. Oh, awkward. Okay, good game though. Good game. It was a good team read. We got Amistar here on the lead. This thing is deadly. Mudshot, Rock Slide, and what else has it got? Hydro Pump, I believe, is going to be its moveset, but this is a very dangerous lead because if you let it get out of control, it's going to put unbelievable pressure. Never mind, it's gone. All right. Forget what I say today. Everything I'm saying is doing the opposite. Kingdra now gets farmed down so they can come in with that Sandslash, load up on energy, and they just got to be careful about that final Pokemon in the back. I'm not sure what it's going to be. We've already seen 2 waters now, so it could be a grass in the back. It could be a Abomasnow, which means there'll be a mirror fight here. But ultimately, Sandslash needs to come out of this matchup with a good amount of energy. And we're going to see that play here from PurpleKyogre as they are now in a good position to load up. We might see the Ice Punch be thrown. No, he's going to commit to the full farm down. No shield as well. This is a good call, trusting that Abomasnow to potentially sweep. And as the Octazooka gets the attack debuff, and it's going to be a Tyrantrum, which is very interesting. They're doing a lot of damage with Powder Snow and Weather Ball, and ultimately Tyrantrum is not going to be able to take... You know what? I'm not going to say it's not going to be able to take out Abomasnow, because I was just proven wrong with the Abomasnow versus Jellicent matchup. So we're going to see a shield right here on the charge move, and I'm not going to make... Oh, it's going to be the Meteor Beam. That would have done a ton of damage. And the attack boost. This is why I don't call... No, we do see a surrender right there. All right, good game. Moving into the next one. We have... We'll have to find out. That attack boost was nice, but ultimately Weather Ball and Powder Snow was going to outpace there to win that game. We got a Regice here on the lead. And we do see a swap out now into Jellicent, so the counter swap straight into Abomasnow. Again, both Pokemon need to land that harder hitting move, and they also need to try to potentially bait with Weather Ball or Surf. So we will see the shield on the Shadow Ball, so that's a great shield there from PurpleKyogre, as they're going to go ahead and now go for Energy Ball. And if the opponent decides to no-shield this, PurpleKyogre is going to be in a great position. So definitely now in the driver's seat. Not sure how Abomasnow would fit in the driver's seat of a car, but we're going to see another Energy Ball come through right away. No bait whatsoever here against Jellicent, trying to get that shield from them. But no, Jellicent is just going to go straight down. Now we'll have to see what decides to come into this Abomasnow. It is going to be the Regice, but they can easily go for another Energy Ball here because Regice is going to have to throw a Focus Blast in order to take out Abomasnow. It really can't go for Thunder there, which typically it runs in this meta for the... Oh, and you get a defense drop as well. That's pretty huge. They run the Thunder for the coverage to Pokemon like Jellicent. So, yeah, the Focus Blast is going to land. Boom! Down goes Abomasnow. And then we will probably see the Kingdra come in. Yeah, Kingdra's going to come in and load up on energy and could potentially no shield, but we do see a counter swap into Charm, Alolan Ninetales, and Sandslash is going to say, nope, I'm going to stop you right there, as they will now go for Ice Punch. And with 2 shields on Charm, Alolan Ninetales, they have to go for these shield baits and hope that the opponent bites, and they do. So they got 1 shield, so now they could go for back-to-back Bulldoze, which is exactly what PurpleKyogre is looking to do here. They've already baited the opponent with an Ice Punch, so a Bulldoze makes a lot of sense, even though they get 2 shields. And now they're going to have to shield themselves. This is tough. It could be the Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, they're going to have to shield. It is just going to be Weather Ball, but the Dazzling Gleam would have done enough resisted damage to basically take it out, which is why you don't want to sleep on a Charm, Alolan Ninetales. So they're going to go ahead and land that Weather Ball. The Sandslash can survive, and they go for the Bulldoze just before the Switch Clock comes back up, which is very critical. Had the opponent swapped out to catch the charge move, that could have been deadly. They're going to counter swap now into Kingdra, and we will see the Regice come back in, but because of the swap into Kingdra, it's able to get to the Outrage in time. Boom! Down goes the Regice, and now Charm, Alolan Ninetales is going to get Dragon Breath down. Good game. All right. Moving to the next one, we have Kingdra on the lead versus Swampert once again. So very good lead matchup for them. Good overall on this team. We see a counter swap now into Tentacruel, so we will see the Sandslash come in. They just need to watch out for Scald. It can add up if left to be unshielded, but ultimately Tentacruel is going to have to land 2, if not 3, in order to take out the Sandslash here because of the heavy resistance to poison jabs. But now, the Sandslash still has to land a Bulldoze. That is the tough thing about Sandslash here against Tentacruel, is if the opponent successfully shields a Bulldoze, you might, like I did right there, you might start falling behind. As here comes another potential Scald, and this is a great opportunity for the Tentacruel to throw Acid Spray as well. But it is just going to be the straight Scald, and this is now where things get dangerous, because the Tentacruel could invest a second shield, and then maybe counter swap back out. We'll have to see. No, they're not going to shield. They're going to try to go for another Scald here to try to get the first shield from Alolan Sandslash, which I think might be worth it. No, they're going to go ahead and let it go. All right. Coming back in with Kingdra, most likely to load up on energy, not give away that you have Abomasnow in the back. And we'll have to see what that third Pokemon is. It's going to be Sandslash. So you definitely want to face off against it with Kingdra instead of Abomasnow, because you can apply that Octazooka potential attack debuff, which they do get right there, which means Dragon Breath now is still going to put in a lot of work. I know it was an attack debuff because Ice Punch is going to be doing less, but ultimately the Dragon Breath that is resisted is starting to add up. And if you have Abomasnow with 2 shields, it can definitely take out that Swampert that we saw in the lead. So we will see another Ice Punch come through. Not too worried right there. They're going to go ahead and go for another Octazooka. It's that neutral damage, that a potential attack debuff. And if they do get a second debuff here, which they do, the opponent might swap out. But they're instead deciding to go for the charge move, hoping to take out Kingdra. But PurpleKyogre is not going to fall for it. He's going to go ahead and counter swap now, as the opponent counter swaps as well. And that is going to be a GG. All right. Moving into the next one. We have, unless that was the final one, that might have been the final one. Yeah, we're about 20 minutes. I think that was the final one. Did you get Legend? We'll find out any second here. Let me see how much time we got. Fast forwarding, fast forwarding, fast forwarding. Fast forwarding. Okay. Let's see. He's getting the Frillish. And Legend. Huge congrats, PurpleKyogre. This was a very fun team, and I like the synergies that they had together. Ultimately, like we saw, something like Blaziken or Sudowoodo can really tear this team apart. Heck, even a Poliwrath could do potentially very well. It would need to watch out for Energy Ball from Abomasnow, but any kind of fighter on the back line would do very well against this team. But ultimately, he was able to overcome the meta, and huge congrats to PurpleKyogre. So definitely go check out his channel, link down in the description, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.